let's cut straight to the chase. In this video, I'm going to show you how we book 6 to 8 pre-qualified and pre-sold calls every single day on our calendar for a high ticket offer. And we do that by using a new and different way to get your offer in front of the right people and get high ticket clients. It is called the 20-second funnel. Now, look, before we dive into it, this is not about Facebook ads or Google ads or cold email or spamming people with messages or cookie cutter funnels or just like sleazy and pushy marketing tactics. And I know what you're probably thinking, like, okay, come on, man, like, does this actually work? Like, what are the results? And not only we took one of our clients to $104,000 per month in cash collected, so not contracted revenue, but cash collected, like literally cash hits the bank. And here is the screenshot in Hyros to prove it, right? 104, and we booked 269 calls in a single month. That is about 13 calls per day. And this is how my calendar looks like as well. And as you can see, it is pretty packed. And this is my actual calendar. As you can see, this is my Gmail address, right here, Gabby@ZTmedia. And then also, this is my Gmail account. So this is my actual calendar. This is how it looks like, right? So the point is, not only we do that for our clients, but we practice what we preach, and we actually use the system to completely pack our calendar. And I've helped dozens of clients, high ticket coaches, and consultants to scale their business, but this is not what this video is about. This video is about a 20-second funnel, right? And look, the 20-second funnel is different because first of all, it fills your calendar with ready to buy qualified prospects instead of tire kickers or bad fits or people who just do not need your offer and should not be on your calendar basically. And because it positions your offer in front of the right people who also need and can afford your offer, right? People who are actively looking for a solution like yours. So this is how this funnel works. Now, I want to break down the old way of getting clients, and you've probably tried this method yourself so far. So the old ways are like DMing hundreds of prospects or having a conversation, right? Or cold emailing people and getting little to no responses. So basically hearing crickets. Or trying to Facebook ads, right? Maybe you've tried paid ads like Facebook ads, for example, and you either got 0 book calls, so like nothing at all, like nada, or you got book calls that didn't close because the lead quality was absolutely horrible. The calls weren't showing up, so it just didn't work out. Or you probably used launches, webinars, masterclasses. You probably went to networking events to try to get clients, or even you're probably posting on social media platforms. But we both know it. Here is the harsh truth. You're not getting results anymore. And the market, is constantly changing, right? What used to work even like a few years ago, like even a few months ago, doesn't work anymore. It's just not getting the same results. And you are seeing this yourself, right? You are using probably the same strategy, the same old thing that you've tried a while ago. You used to get results, you used to get clients, but that doesn't happen anymore for some reason, right? So your response rates are dropping. You're not getting as many clients as before. People are no longer interested, right? So people are no longer responding. Like it seems like, you're just not getting your offer in front of, who needs to actually see it. And there is actually a quote that basically says that the law of change, right, says that things do not stay the same. If they don't get better, they get worse. So pretty much that means that if you are not evolving, if you are not adapting your offer, if you are not doing new things, then you are quite literally going to die when it comes to the business, right? There is a quote from Tony Robbins that says that if you're not growing, you are dying, right? You probably all know about Tony Robbins. He's also worth like $600 million. So he's probably worth listening to, right? And if we take a look at other examples as well, like for example, the iPhone, you can see there is a constant evolution, right? There is like a night and day difference between the first model of the iPhone that came out and the iPhone 16 that we have today. Like there's a clear path of evolution and things are constantly changing. The iPhone, again, is not the same, has been constantly changing throughout the years. So I want to, tell you about another harsh truth, right? Yet another one. We live right now in a trust recession, right? That means that trust levels in the online space, right, where we are right now, are in a all-time low. So lower than ever, right? It's becoming harder to get a prospect to engage with your content, to engage with your messages, to basically respond. It is becoming harder to get prospects to actually book a call, so you can have a call with them and try to get them as clients. And it's becoming harder to get a prospect to actually buy. And you've seen this yourself because, okay, in the first place, you're not getting as many book calls as you used to in the past. Not as many people are interested in your offer. But if you do get them on a call, they have a lot of objections. They don't think your price, your offer is worth the price. It's just very hard to get them on board. It's kind of like trying to fight with them to convince them to become your paying client. They just don't see the value, right? And this is very interesting, but okay, obviously we need to cover the next step and like what is the takeaway, right? The takeaway is that you need to actually do something different. Well, you need to do something different, but what exactly? Well, the new way of getting clients, again, we call it the 20-second funnel. This is how we call it. Now, obviously, like you might be wondering, okay, why is the 20-second funnel so efficient? Why is it working so well? What is the secret sauce and so on? Well, there are two main reasons for why the 20-second funnel works so well. And just as a side note, it has nothing to do with the script that you're using or the funnel that you're using or what platform you're on. It doesn't have anything to do with that. And the first reason why the 20-second funnel works so well is, first of all, because of the targeting, right? Because we are basically going for the right people at the right time. Okay, we're not just reaching out to random people who have nothing to do with your offer or your service, right? So that means that we are getting in front of people who are already looking for your offer, are already looking for your solution. This is super important, right? And we do this by either going into hyper-specific groups or by leveraging the platform algorithm and pairing that with the checklist filtering and the 3-step qualifying system that we have, right? So obviously this way, again, we're hyper-targeting the right people, and that means that we are able to, sell to whoever needs our offer the most. This is an example of a checklist that we use to literally make sure that we're only getting the right people into the funnel. So we literally have a checklist with every single little thing that we want to see in an ideal client. And if someone doesn't match all the criteria from our checklist, then guess what? They're not going to enter the funnel, right? So we make sure that only the right people are getting into the funnel in the first place, right? Because we are targeting them. Now, the second reason why the 20-second funnel works so well is because of the grading, because it qualifies people in 3 steps. So first of all, it qualifies them before any outreach takes place. So that means, guess what? Only qualified people are going to be entering the funnel, okay? Again, before they enter the funnel, we're going to make sure that they're the right people. So this is how we use it. And then again, we are going to qualify them during the messaging so that this is going to allow us to understand like, okay, can we actually help this person? Are they financially qualified? Are they actively looking for the offer, right? Is this a person that we can help? And so on. So we do this during the messaging, and then we are going to qualify them for a third time before they're allowed to book a call. And here we are going to be using the grading system, which is going to look something like this, where we are able to ask the prospect like very specific questions, right? We get to understand like exactly what is their financial situation, if they can afford the offer, if they have the resources to invest, and we basically have everything that we want to understand about them. We get to gauge their intent level before they are going to get on a calendar. And with this in place, obviously, the sales process is going to be a lot easier as well. You're not going to have to fight people to get them on board. You're not going to have to fight to convince them. You're not going to have an argument with them, a debate to get them on board. They are going to understand that your offer is the right fit for them. They're going to understand that they actually need your solution. And it's just going to be a simple conversation where they're going to be like, yeah, I understand that I need this. Let's get started, right? Now, I wanted to show you an overview of the 20-second funnel just so we make a quick recap and so you understand exactly how it works. So first of all, we are basically reaching out again to the right people at the right time. We are reaching the pockets of people that are looking for our offer. So this way, again, we are able to hyper target them and just talk to the right people, frankly, right? So this is how we find them. We find them where they congregate. And after this, we are going to run them through the checklist again to make sure that they match every single little thing from our checklist and make sure that they are literally the ideal clients. And this is what we're going to get. So this is how we do it in the next step. Then after this, we are essentially going to run them through the 20-second funnel where we are also going to be filtering them with the messaging, right? We're going to find out like, hey, do they actually need our help? Are they actually a good fit for our offer, right? We are going to gauge their intent level. And then after this, we are going to be grading them, right? We're going to be moving them into the grading system where we are able to, again, gauge their intent level, see exactly like what is it that they need, see exactly if they can afford the offer, and all the other details that we need to understand. And at that point, they are absolutely qualified, and we are going to get them on a call with them, and then we are going to close them as a paying client. So this is a simplistic process, but this is really, what allows us to, scale clients to $100,000 per month, right? Again, just wanted to recap the results. Here are the results. Again, booking 269 calls every single month. Again, to remind you, this is what my calendar looks like. So again, I practice what we preach. We actually use the system ourselves, and not a lot of people out there can actually say that because they're teaching their clients how to do something, but they're not using the same system themselves. We actually practice what we preach, and this is what my calendar looks like. As you can see it, right? It's my own calendar. This is my own name. This is my own calls, my own email address. This is my account. This is how it looks like, right? Now, it is very simple. If you're interested to see how we could install this into your business as well, and if you're interested to see how we can pack your calendar with qualified, ready-to-buy prospects, so finally, we are going to completely solve the client acquisition problem for you forever, where you are going to consistently pack your calendar with calls, and on any given month, you're going to know exactly how many calls you're going to get and how many clients you're going to get. Then the call to action is super simple. I just invite you to book a call. You're going to find a link in the description of this video down below where you can just click on it. You can just literally book a call. And bear in mind, this is just going to be a simple conversation, not a pushy sales conversation. And the reason why we have the call is because, first of all, I want to figure out if we can actually help you as well, because frankly, we cannot help everyone. And then also, we are going to explain exactly how the process is going to work for you specifically, right? So honestly, worst case scenario is you walk away with a practical game plan that you can implement yourself, right? Some aspects of it. And yeah, we can just part ways, no problem. So anyways, I'm looking forward to talking to you soon. Cheers.